What's good, Panther Nation? It's your boy, Myron McRae, a.k.a. Tornado McRae, across the skies of the internet, here with another episode of Panthers Pride TV, your one-stop shop for all your Panther notifications and your Panther obligations. And ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the end of the year. It is the last day of 2025. Listen, if you're watching this, if you are enjoying this video, if you're enjoying this soundbite, if you're just on the way to work, on the way home, you got the day off, and you're just thankful to make it through another year, hey, shout outs to you, man. Appreciate you just tuning in to watch this video. You could be doing a lot of things on your final day of the year, and you're listening to my dumb self. So I greatly appreciate it. I really do. But, guys, going to get into the final docket of 2025. We got to talk about some Hall of Fame news that has come up, a fantasy update for the Panthers Pride Fantasy League, as well as some quarterback history I think y'all would like to see going into this weekend. But first things first, our very own Luke Kuechly, Captain America himself, Mr. iRobot, I call him because he seems to know every play in everybody's playbook, has been selected as a finalist for the 2026 Hall of Fame. Shout out to Luke Kuechly, man. And when you look at this list, this class is actually studded. So the finalists right now: tackle Willie Anderson, quarterback Drew Brees, guard Jari Evans, wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald, running back Frank Gore, wide receiver Torrey Holt, linebacker Luke Kuechly, quarterback Eli Manning, linebacker Terrell Suggs, kicker Adam Vinatieri, wide receiver Reggie Wayne, D tackle Kevin Williams, tight end Jason Witten, safety Darren Woodson, and guard Marshall Tonda. Bro, that is a star-studded class if I have ever seen one. And if I had to make my own picks who I think should get in, I don't know if there's a limit on how many people can be selected for a Hall of Fame class. I think it just matters on how many complete the percentage you need, like the percentage of votes you need to make the Hall of Fame class. But if I had to put it in, if I had to say so, for certain, Drew Brees is in. Larry Fitzgerald, who statistically second greatest wide receiver of all time, and I can prove that if you ever want it. I have a video on my YouTube that proves that. You have Frank Gore, definitely one of the long tenured running back. He definitely should be in. Torrey Holt, I feel as though he should get in. Luke, I think Luke should get in, but if he doesn't, it's only because his career was short-lived. It's because he retired early. That's the only reason you don't put Luke in. Eli Manning, I can't remember if this is his first time. If this is his first ballot, no. But if it's his second ballot, then yeah. Terrell Suggs, definitely think should be in. Vinatieri should be in without a doubt. Reggie Wayne, second greatest Colts receiver, should be in. Peyton Manning's second greatest weapon, should be in. Jason Witten, I could see Jason getting in. Darren Woodson, yes. And then Willie Anderson and Kevin Williams and Marshall Tonda, if they don't get in, and Jari Evans, if they don't get in now, they should get in on their next vote. That's just me. That's just personally me. I would choose that, and I think they should get in. I want to see Luke get in, but if Luke doesn't, I genuinely think it's going to be because of how short his career was and the fact that he retired early. That's the only thing harping him and like a hindrance to his career as to why he shouldn't get in on this ballot, especially as his first ballot. Another one that we're all also going to talk about, the fact that Steve Smith did not make the finalist list, which that's very tough because to me, Steve Smith, you could switch Steve Smith out for Torrey Holt. You could switch Steve Smith out for Torrey Holt, and I think it makes perfect sense. But I understand, and I watched Torrey Holt play in his prime, so I get it. But I genuinely would put Steve Smith over Torrey Holt, me personally. And that may also be biased just due to being a Panthers fan. That could be biased. But when it's all said and done, shout out Luke Kuechly. Congratulations, man. Hope you get selected to the Hall of Fame. You absolutely deserve it. And, bro, this is a star-studded class. If you don't get it this year, I don't see if Luke Kuechly does not get it this year, there's no way on earth I don't see him making it by 2027 or by the 2028 class. If Luke Kuechly is not in by the 2028 class, the voters are just hating at that point. I'm sorry, not sorry. That's all I'm gonna say. But going into the next subject, guys, I know y'all ready and y'all itching for it, but the final Panther Pride Fantasy League update is here. I don't know why I didn't do it. And guys, gals, everybody in between, we officially have the first ever Panther Pride Fantasy Football League champion. So drum roll, please. All right. In the consolation matchups, Better Call Hall beats Outhorn Hub. S2 loses to T-Mac Tutties, and the Legend of Zelda beats Renfro Re-Up. So your bottom six looks like this. At 7, Better Call Hall with Horn at 8. T-Mac Tutties finishes overall at 9 with S2 at 10. Legend of Zelda finishes in the spot he's been all season. Myself, I've been all season, 11. And Renfro Re-Up is 12. For our mid-major matchups, the Bryce is Right finishes 3rd, knocking off Downses 95, who will finish 4th. Leave Our Mark knocks off Go Getters, so Leave Our Mark finishes 5th. Go Getters finishes 6th. And the official first ever Fantasy Football League champion, as y'all can see here for the Panther Pride Fantasy League, is none other than Skinny with 2 tats over your damn Skippy. I know I reached out to both of them, and I think congratulations to Jamie Davis. Hey, congratulations, my man. Proud of you. Proud of everybody who participated. This was a fun thing. I didn't know how many people were going to be involved, and I see a lot of you actually loved it. A lot of you were really involved and really enamored, and it's going to be great. Jamie, I'll let you know now you're going to have something coming in the mail. Hence why, so I'll probably ask you for your address. I got your message. I got everything for you. But there will be something coming in the mail for you as your prize and winning the first ever championship. And that's what I'm going to do going forward. Each year, the Panthers Pride Fantasy League champ will get a gift from me. I'll send it to you, get your email, and get your address and everything. Hence why I asked people in the championship to hit me up and just get my information. That way I can make sure y'all are compensated. But great season. I finished like trash. I didn't finish last, though. Maybe it's the name. I probably got to change the name, because think about it. Skinny with 2 tats. Probably should have went with my own slogan. I might have did better. But I'm so happy everybody enjoyed themselves, and I think it was phenomenal. But now we're going to go into our third talking point, bro. And it's a little history heading into the showdown this Sunday between the quarterbacks. So we all know the starting quarterbacks, Bryce Young and Baker Mayfield. And they've played 5 total games against each other since Bryce Young has come into the league and Baker's been in Tampa. And even when I looked at the numbers, they're actually a little bit closer than I anticipated. So, in head-to-head matchups, in the 5 games they've played, this is what we're looking at. Bryce Young has 900 and Bryce Young has 964 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, with a 56.8 completion percentage, as well as a 83.4 passer rating and 69 rushing yards and 1 rushing touchdown. Baker Mayfield, 1,078 passing yards, 8 passing TDs, 4 interceptions, a 65.8 completion percentage, a 93 flat-out passer rating, 64 rushing yards, and 0 rushing TDs, which, in all honesty, kind of shocked me. I'll be truthful with y'all. That actually shocked me quite a bit. And then we'll take it a step further. Bro. Their history, the last 3 matchups alone, Bryce Young has actually outdone Baker. So we all know what happened this year in Week 16. Bryce Young goes 21-32 for 191 pass yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions, 65.6 completion percentage, and 102.5 passer rating. Mayfield, he went 18-26 for 145, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 69.2 completion percentage, and a 79.8 passer rating. Last year in Week 17, Bryce Young went 15-28 for 203, 2 TDs, 0 interceptions, a 53.6 completion percentage, and a 100.7 pass rating. Mayfield, on the other hand, just went nuclear. 27-32, 359 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions at an 84.4 completion percentage and a 153 passer rating. I'm sorry. You're not beating a Bucs team. You're not beating Baker Mayfield when he can go 359 and 5 TDs at an 84 clip. Shoot, if Bryce did that, you're not beating them. I'm sorry. No, but what? Because they won. Remember, they won that game 48-14. And then in Week 13, Bryce Young, remember, went 26-46, 298 with 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, 56.5 completion percentage, 83.4 passer rating. Whereas Mayfield only went 21-31, 235 pass yards, 1 TD, 2 interceptions, 63.6 completion percentage, and a 69.6 passer rating. And if y'all recall, this was the 26-23 overtime game that we lost because Chuba Hubbard fumbled the ball. So, in all honesty, when Bryce Young has had to play Baker Mayfield, he's done pretty well going head-to-head against him. And he's done better than him 2 of the last 3 matchups. Which has me feeling pretty good going into Saturday. And if there's ever a time to bounce back from a 54 passing yard day, it'd be now. It has me feeling pretty good. So I thought that was actually pretty cool. A little bit of history. And Boza Show, hey, could be signs for a good day on Saturday from Bryce Young. And next, the final Panther freeze frame of 2025 has our own receiving core from yesterday's practice. And the reason why I picked this photo is because anybody who's played football, and especially if you play deep into the winter or deep into the fall, winter months, these are the 4 stages of cold football players. You have Jalen Coker on the right, who is Mr. I was born in the cold. That's usually the guy like me or anything who has played up north a lot, who has played in the north, has played in cold weather a lot of their life, but they're the individual who's just like, yeah, bro, I'm not cold at all. I'll go out here shirtless. Okay, so maybe that's not me. Then you have T-Mac, who, that T-Mac would actually be me. I've played in the cold. I'm used to the cold. It don't bother me that much, but I'm not stupid. So I'm going to have like a little bit of a layer on, if you will, to help me out. But it doesn't like affect me too much. Then you have XL, you have Leggett, who is the player that just complains it's cold all the time. And you can even see in his face like, man, it's cold outside. I don't know how y'all boys do this. And you know he keeps his hoodie on up underneath his helmet. And then you have David Moore right there at the end, who is the South Florida player that has never played in cold a day in their life. Anything below 50 degrees is freezing. And I know David Moore might not be from South Florida. Off the top of my head, I can't remember if he's from South Florida or not. However, the way he is dressed, that is very stereotypical of the South Florida, maybe the deep southern Texas player who has never played in cold weather ever. So the first time they get anything below 50, below 40, they are dressed to the T in gear. But I thought it was hilarious. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, that's the photo. That's the one I want from practice. But I just thought that was hilarious. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Hopefully I'm making sense. And now it is time for the final Panther Nation speaking their truth of 2025, man. For those of you who don't know, or this is the first time you're ever watching this, and like you were going to continue watching going into 2026, what I do, I just read comments from the last video, see what y'all had to say, because you lovely guys, gals, and hooligans all over, y'all are funny. Y'all are committed. Y'all let me know when you don't like what I say. You let me know when I'm being stupid or being facetious or being just like idiotic. For example, me saying Puka Nacua was playing for the Seahawks the other day, or Stafford, like I dropped the ball, bro. I was so caught up in the moment. I really misspoke. So for those of y'all who called me out on that, I appreciate it. I thought it was funny looking back. I was like, dang, I was really just caught up in the sauce. And sometimes when I'm speaking, what I say comes out faster than what I've processed. I'll admit that. So it's a thing. It's okay. It's okay. But first comment comes from Short Guy 1227. My man says, I've honestly got to wonder. So much can be looked at over the course of the years as the NFL being rigged. And I won't argue that going all the way back to Super Bowl 50. Just the J.C. Horn aspect, seen him make some pretty spectacular catches and tackles, and all of a sudden he drops an interception that couldn't have been any easier of a catch. And those two face masks, come on, it almost looks deliberate on tape. I don't know, just my thoughts. Yeah. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if there's been if the NBA can have a referee who was rigging games, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if the NFL has a way of rigging games. Like, and we know the NBA's done it. We know the NBA's done it, bro. So I could see that. I could see it. Next comes from my homegirl Amanda. Check is 5110. Like, why did I say 5110? 5'10". Amanda says, my boss is a Lions fan. I just sent him that graphic of the alternating wins and losses, and he went, hey, look, we're tied. I love it. Just, oh, look, we're tied. That's cool. As Lions fans, they're going through it, bro. And especially after that showing from Sunday, god awful, versus Minnesota, they need something to be happy about. So if you're a Lions fan, I got respect for you. And then lastly, comes from Luke Potato-G7E. My man says, Bryce is going to cook Saturday. I can feel it. Keep pounding. Hey, Luke, if the numbers say so, if the numbers are any indication, Bryce should cook on Saturday. But everybody, that is a wrap for 2025. That's all I have for this year. I want to say thank you to everybody who's rocked with me for 2025 since I took over this podcast. Again, I thank everybody at Fan Arch for hiring me. I thank Joshua Everett for reaching out to me, giving me a platform and an understanding of what to expect and a basis, and just giving me the blessing to run with this after taking over for him. For everybody who stayed, it was a rough first couple weeks, couple episodes, because a lot of people were just on me, hated my takes, I got a lot more hate than love when I first started out. But for those of you who have stayed, for those of you who have come along for the ride, you may have disagreed with me, but you've still supported me and stayed with this channel and didn't leave or falter anything. I greatly appreciate all of you. I thank every one of you. You have made this possible for me, and I love doing this every day for those of you who enjoy it. The messages I get from y'all who tell me I enjoyed the video, man. I love what you got. That actually message me on the side now and will reach out to me. I truly enjoy that. That makes all the hate comments that I get, it truly makes them go away. They don't sting or they don't harp on me as much. So I do appreciate all the love. Love, support gets me further than hate. But I also like the fact that y'all keep me honest on certain things, and you don't do it in a disrespectful manner. You'll come out and say, hey, I'm not disrespectful. LOL, Myron, what are you doing? So on and so forth. Y'all tell me when stuff is wrong, but you do it in a respectful manner. Those who were just being hateful with a lot of vitriol and spite towards me, especially when I first started, I had to stand up for myself. I had to defend myself and stand up for myself because they act like I don't know what I'm talking about at times. And sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. And I'll admit that. But there are a good amount of times I'm fairly confident in what I'm speaking, and I'll back up what I'm saying. So, at the end of the day, y'all know the deal. What do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with two tats. But comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Hall of Fame. Let me know if y'all want me to run it back for the fantasy league update next year. I might run 2 leagues because I got to see if 12 is the max on the ESPN app. If 12 is the max, I might run 2 leagues because I seem like I got a lot of love and a lot of support. A lot of y'all want to get in on that. So I might run 2 leagues next year. We'll see how that goes. Probably be like 1 black league and then 1 blue league. So like Panther Pride Fantasy Black League, Panther Pride Fantasy Blue League. That way, get more people and get more like of y'all involved. And then 3, let me know what y'all feel about the quarterback history going into this, because it looks like it's going to be a lot riding on Saturday. But y'all know the deal. At the end of the day, what do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with 2 tats. Peace. Much love to the Panther Nation. Take care. Later days. As always, keep pounding. Enjoy your New Year's Eve tonight. Be safe. Please get home safely. Watch Stranger Things tonight if you're a Stranger Things fan like I am. And that's all I got to say, man. I'm out. See y'all next time.